What's going on, guys? I just got back to the shop, and today what I plan on doing is I plan on installing my SPL lower control arms. Now, the idea behind this is literally just to do a quick install for you guys, show you how it works, and more or less, I need to get all my suspension components installed anyways. So, yeah, we'll get to this here in a second. So, this is the tow arm that I am talking about that I'll be installing. Should be a simple, easy little install, but let's get to the arm so that way I can show you how it kind of works. So this is an SPL arm. I had purchased this last year, but I haven't gotten around to installing it. These are the lockouts that I was telling you about that will be replacing the camber bolts. And here's a hardware that comes with it. I got you. Cut that. That. So these do move, so be mindful of that. Doesn't matter which side is which because they're all the same size, as you can see. But the main thing that I wanted to show you is why I purchased these is because they are completely adjustable without having to remove your suspension components once it's installed. So one's always going to be reverse thread. And the reason behind that is when it's locked into place, we'll just say that this is how it's locked in on it. You can actually rotate this and it will give the same adjustment on this. Now the idea behind this is for every one full rotation I go this way, I have to match it on this side. But the trick is, honestly, is taking the old hardware and lining it up to the old lower toe arm, and then getting those mounting positions aligned together, and then just adjust accordingly from there, then reinstall. Obviously, anytime you do suspension work, a lot of the times the best thing to do is get an alignment immediately after, so that way you're not wearing your tires or possibly veering off to the right or veering off to the left as you drive. No bueno. And as far as what I was saying about lining them up, for each one rotation I go here, I have to do the opposite on this side. So I'm gonna keep on doing that till it gets close to where I need to be on both sides. And let's just do one at a time. So this is a locking point. so far the tools that I've used is 1/2 inch impact, 21 socket, 19 socket for my stud conversion, and then I have a 21 wrench. I believe that's what this side is. Now, in case you want to save your hardware, never try to hit it with a hard mallet. Leave the nut actually on the bolt, so that way you can hit this instead of mushrooming the actual stud portion of the bolt. You know what I mean? So the threaded portion, excuse me. So go ahead and get that out of the way. This is how it looks. It's a E-Torx. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a E-Torx on the back side and then an 18 on this side. So I already got the inserts on the Heim installed. We're just gonna slide this into its barrier where it's located. I already have the lockout washer on the bolt. Get that lined up. Now if you want to make it easier on yourself, you can go ahead and install this side. Remember, the long arm Heim is the one that goes to your rear hub. And then the one for the rear, as far as trying to get it to position, it's going to be a little bit tougher because you can't see it really, but it should be within range. Alright, washer's on, start this. Ooh, how'd that happen? I like this ratchet because it has an adjustable neck on it. Using my hand on the wrench so it's using the impact because it is aluminum out. So the last thing I want to do is strip off the threads inside the hub, because you really can't tap that. It's aluminum. You can, but you have to preheat that motherfucker, let it get hot, then put red Loctite on it and hurry up and put the bolt on. That way it seals it properly. Really not trying to do all that. But remember the story about the rabbit in the hair? This is I mean, the rabbit and the turtle. Rabbit is the same thing. The rabbit and turtle, same concept. Very good technique for all you young guys that are getting in the game. There's ways to make the job easier for you to do the install. Do it. You're gonna thank your body later. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna repeat the same steps that we did on this side. So as far as installation, what I was talking about earlier is this is the long side of the Heim, this is the short side of the Heim. This is the side that's going to go on the outside portion of your suspension. All right. So make sure it goes like this. I mean, technically on the driver's side it will read SPL, on the other side it won't. So this side goes in. Take you guys with me so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Sorry about the light. So this is the install of what it looks like. The reason why I'm facing these downwards is that way I can get to an Allen key if I want to easily adjust that. Boom, 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 boom. Next thing I need to do is rear subframe support, lower trailing arm, upper control arm, upper lateral arm. Those are a few things, excuse me, those are a few things that I want to do. I'm waiting for those to come in so that way I can hurry up and install those. But for the most part, that is how you install your lower rear toe arm. So these are the lockouts. So I'm very excited about this. Make sure you take your time with this, man. Adjust accordingly so that way it lines up and you don't end up stripping out your thread. Last thing again, I'm gonna make it very important and make it very clear. You do not really want to use an impact that carries more than, we'll just say 23 Newton meters right off the rip. 23 Newton meters converts over to 17. I remember that because we were just recently working on a vehicle over at my friend's shop. We'll just say that as reference. Anything below 25 pounds, go ahead and use it if you want to, but use it at your discretion. I suggest not to. Use the hand tools, don't use electric tools. Electric tools if you want to pull it out and it's walking out smoothly, but I try not to use too many electric tools. That's one thing I've learned over decades of working on cars, that aluminum is the last thing you want to strip out. Yeah, it sucks. It's a bad experience. You end up just replacing it for somebody and it's your own fault, or you're replacing it for yourself. Because the last thing you want, like I said, is for that rear hub to be stripped out, and then this lateral, well, technically, yeah, it is a lateral arm, but this tow rod arm to back out on this side of the hub. The last thing you want to happen. Car starts breakdancing on your ass. Here's another footage of the downpipe and dump tubes. I really love this design. Really, really cool. And you can see how mil-spec it is. Right there.